One wrong move in a conversation can make a client lose interest, feel suspicious, or pull away completely. The problem is, most people don't realize what they said wrong until it's too late. Clients don't always tell you when they feel uncomfortable. They just stop responding. That's why the key to keeping them engaged is avoiding mistakes before they happen. Today, I'll break down the exact things to avoid saying, so you never lose a client by accident. The first mistake is sounding too eager too soon. If you make a client feel like you are pushing too hard, they will instantly put their guard up. The trick is to let the conversation flow naturally. If they take their time to reply, don't double text. If they give short answers, don't force long messages. If you act like you need their attention, they will feel like they have the power, and that makes them less invested. The second mistake is over-explaining yourself. When someone is hesitant or asks a question, most people try to convince them by talking too much. But the more you explain, the weaker you sound. If a client asks something directly, answer in a short, confident way. If they hesitate, acknowledge their doubt instead of defending yourself. For example, if they say, "I don't usually trust people online," don't over-explain. Instead say, "That's smart. You should always be careful who you trust." This makes them feel in control of their own decision, and that makes them trust you more. Next, never ask questions that make a client feel cornered. If you say things like, "Why don't you trust me?" or "Do you believe me?" you are forcing them to decide too soon. The secret is to lead them toward trust naturally. Instead of asking, create statements that make trust feel normal. Say something like, "People usually take time to trust someone, but real connections happen when you stop overthinking." Now, they don't feel pressured. They feel like it's their choice to trust you. Another mistake is making them feel like they are just another client. If they feel like you say the same things to everyone, they won't feel special. The key is to personalize your conversations. Bring up something they mentioned before, refer to something unique about them, or say something that makes them feel different from others. Instead of saying, "You're interesting," say, "I like how you think. It's different from most people I talk to." Now they feel important, and when someone feels important, they stay invested. Now let's talk about creating emotional highs that stick in their mind. People don't remember boring conversations. They remember moments that made them feel something strong. This could be deep laughter, curiosity, or a serious conversation that made them think. The trick is to introduce unpredictable emotional spikes. If a conversation is going too smoothly, shake it up. Say something unexpected, tease them playfully, or drop a deep statement that makes them think. When you create memorable emotional moments, their brain holds on to you longer. Another powerful trick is giving them earned validation. People value compliments more when they feel like they had to earn them. Instead of giving validation too soon, hold back slightly. When they do something engaging, then acknowledge it. Instead of saying, "You're interesting," say, "I wasn't sure about you at first, but you actually have a way of making things feel different." Now they feel like they earned your attention, and that makes them hold on to it more. One of the strongest ways to build a lasting bond is creating the feeling of missing you. If a client always knows you're available, they don't feel the need to think about you. The trick is pulling back at the right moments, right after a deep emotional connection. If you disappear slightly when the energy is high, their brain will keep thinking about that moment. And when someone keeps thinking about a person, their attachment grows without them realizing why. Finally, end every interaction in a way that leaves them wanting more. If you just say, "Talk later," the conversation feels complete and their mind moves on. But if you say, "I like how you see things," you make conversations different. "Let's continue this soon." Now they feel like the conversation is still open and their mind stays engaged with you. So here's the full strategy to create an emotional bond that lasts. Make them feel understood in a way others don't. Create private shared moments that exist only between you. Use emotional mirroring to reflect their emotions back at them. Introduce emotional highs so conversations stay memorable. Give earned validation so they feel like they have your attention. Create the feeling of missing you by pulling back at key moments. End interactions in a way that leaves them wanting more. Once you master this, clients won't just enjoy talking to you, they will feel attached to you in a way that makes them keep coming back. And once someone feels attached, they don't want to lose that bond. If you want advanced techniques on emotional control and long-term engagement, I break it all down inside my private group. If you're serious about mastering this, the link is in the description.